What's going on, everybody listening? This is your boy T-Vocal, the host in the building, and we are live right now. Yes, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Twitch Live. If you don't know about Twitch, I need you to get on Twitch. But listen, we're here, and I got one of my brothers in the building. One of the, man, listen, first of all, one of the pillars of the city, one of the innovators of the city. He's been doing it, y'all, 20 plus years. Give it up to my brother, QUIN ECHOLLS in the building. What's up, bro?
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Yes, sir. That horn. Man, how you doing, bro?
I'm good, man.
Man, you clean as a whistle, man. I like that shirt, bro.
Yeah, we did a little something.
Yeah, I like that. Oh, yeah. So
Thank you.
So tell us, man, what's going on in the city this weekend, man? Because well, happy Juneteenth.
Oh, for sure. Man.
Happy Juneteenth. This is Freedom Day. I'm definitely excited to have you on this day to celebrate you as a black entrepreneur, also too as a black statesman here in our city. So, tell us what's going on this weekend.
Well, we're celebrating Juneteenth with comedy.
Come on, man.
Trying to bring a little laughter to the area, as we've been able to do and blessed to do over the last 4 or 5 years. Right there at Laugh Out Loud, the Comedy Lounge, 618 Commerce.
Yes, sir.
So we've got one of Shreveport's favorites coming back this weekend to bless us with some comedy, that being Kerwin Claiborne.
Ooh, listen.
And
man, come on.
I'm telling everybody the tickets are not going fast. They're almost gone.
Sitting there and he here for 2 days. He here for 2 days. So, and I mean, he every time he do come, he do sell out. So that's one thing about this comedian. He does sell out.
Nothing but love for Shreveport and vice versa. They give it back to him.
Most definitely.
And we definitely are appreciative. So,
man, I can't wait.
It was a good collab to do it.
Oh yeah, always. Yeah. So it's a good thing to even have him because, man, his
very
voice
creative guy.
His voiceovers, man.
Very, very creative guy.
I'd be like, man,
I've watched him grow from when we first became aware of him at the club, and he was doing a lot of his skits and stuff. In one way with the wardrobe and all that. And he still does some of that, but not nearly like he used to. And I've shared with a number of people. I feel like he's a bona fide comic. If you know how I'm saying that, there are those that seem to think that those that are doing the thing are coming up the ladder through social media. They haven't, necessarily paid some of the dues as others. I said, well, but you can't. They have their route that they're taking.
Correct. Right.
And you had your route, But Kerwin is definitely in a lane by himself, I think.
He is. He definitely is. He's very talented. Also, too, he's multi-talented. And I feel like
I wouldn't be surprised to see him in a movie or two.
Man,
if that's probably already in the works.
Seriously, because he reminds me of like the greats that can change, like Hal Martin. He can change different type of people. Eddie Murphy.
Bring all those caricatures.
Eddie Murphy, he can bring. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And people like them, Jamie Foxx. They stand out like a sore thumb because that's unique.
Right.
Not everybody can do that. You know what I'm saying? And that's
a lot of people try.
But they'll try. But just to embody another person. And then it sticks with you dang, that's
you know what I'm saying? Bring it to life.
Yeah, they bring it completely bring it to life.
Like you say, and it sticks with you.
Right.
You'll find yourself trying to share that moment of laughter with somebody else.
And
even when you're trying to say what they did, it's not going to still be the same.
It's not like, hey, roll the tape. Yeah, this is what just watching. Yes. So tell everybody who is QUIN ECHOLLS, because I know we definitely got to get you back on here. We just wanted to go Facebook Live just to talk about this weekend.
Sure.
But just give the people who just tuning in right now, because for some reason I've been starting to get people from outside of Shreveport, that are tuning in. So so shout out to Tennessee, shout out to Atlanta areas, and shout out to also to in Michigan and into Minnesota. So those people are watching. So shout out to y'all. Definitely shout out to those states. So tell the people who is QUIN ECHOLLS.
Well, I'm the son of Dolores Marie ECHOLLS.
Come on. Yes, sir.
R.I.P. to her.
Yeah.
And born and raised in Fort Worth, Texas.
Come on.
Got into the media game very, very early as a youngster. And I've been doing radio for how many years?
Yeah, I saw.
But I've been so blessed. I've been blessed to work with and around a couple of the icons of the game. And I always bring that up only because I'm a firm believer that your paths are set certain ways depending on your surroundings and that kind of thing. And I was blessed very early in the career to be around some people that little did I know were going to, like I said, become icons in the game. Been blessed to have some cool owners that seem to kind of like the little youngster guy, and gave me an opportunity, and we tried to take advantage of that as best we could. Then we moved around to some cities and landed here in Shreveport.
Come on.
And didn't know how that was going to work out the first time I came here.
Man, yeah, because you come from a big city.
I've been here. I've been here 3 times. And,
oh wow, 3.
So the first time in '89, '90. Okay. I was in Shreveport. Yeah. And programmed the station here. Was on the air here and everything. And I would go home every weekend because I just couldn't adapt to it at the time.
Right.
It was just
big city, small town.
But then I got to. The second time around, I started looking at the market a lot different than what I had previously, and start realizing that it was a lot of good things during those days that were potentially about to happen in Shreveport. So that period of time was when the casinos were on the way here and that kind of thing. And so, we were in media again, did a little TV news for a hot moment, that kind of thing. So, it's been a variety of things. But anyway, came back in '98 and didn't know, kind of had a tentative agreement to be here, if I recall, maybe like 3-year deal, 4-year deal, something like that. Oh, wow. And that's turned into a 25-year deal.
Wow, yeah.
So, I've been very, very blessed.
Yes, sir.
And I'm always humbled by the fact that the market embraced me when they didn't have to. I mean, I could have been a voice just coming to market and be gone. But and then also, along the way, as you're able to build your longevity, you try to reach back and pull people up. And I'm definitely a firm believer in that. And great man said longevity has its place, that being MLK. And I've tried to set my career somewhat to that. And so we've been very blessed to be able to pull some other people up along the way, and I'm so proud of that. I'm very proud of that. So then the entrepreneurial spirit in me.
Yes, sir. Come on.
From a youngster, I always, and you guys, I mean, hey, man, you're doing what you're doing, and props to you and salute to you with everything you got going on as well.
Thank you, sir.
Your production, the studio, and everything. I'm always seeing you out and about moving around, as you know. But I've always had an entrepreneurial spirit about myself, so I'm not afraid.
That's the key word.
Yes,
not being afraid.
Scared money ain't gonna make no money. But not only that, then the effort sometimes, because everything you try isn't always going to be a success.
Facts, right.
But along the way, you try to treat people right and try to get good information and always say thank you. I think a lot of times as I've gone down this road, I've seen others and they do this or that or whatever, and sometimes I think we tend to feel entitled when just because you open whatever the business may or may not be, that does not mean just because you opened it you're going to get support or you deserve support. The public didn't ask you to do that. that was the aspiration you had, right?
Facts.
So along the way, sometimes I'm sitting at a red light, maybe listening to the stations or something like that. I say, thank you, Lord. Because, you see people they're in their lives. They're doing whatever they're doing. So to think that, a percentage of this market through these years have literally stopped down and either gave me an opportunity to voice something to them, to talk to them, they don't have to do that. They don't have to give me that moment, right? Or if I've had business A or B to stop down, they'll share it with someone else, and they'll want to come and be a part of. And then they literally reach in their pocket and spend a little something. That's phenomenal. That's phenomenal. They don't have to do that. So that's who I am. That's what I'm about.
Yes, sir. In a nutshell, but we definitely got to get you back.
That kind of thing.
So, yeah. He's all those great things. We definitely got to get you back on where we can kind of just go in depth even more, because he has a lot, man. Just going into, like, if you go into his office, man, you think he an artist? He got plaques everywhere, like he was the producer. Yeah, I produced that, and it's just amazing just to see that, because me growing up, I was a musician, and then / going into producer. Right, I'm still a musician, and then going into producing and wanting to get my own label. And I reached out to Quinn. I was like, bro, I got this and this, and he was like, man, listen to your music, and he was like, man. I definitely got to get this on. So I appreciate you. I appreciate you, man.
I enjoy being around talented people, and because that vibe and that energy, it's back and forth. And we just had cool energy together.
Yeah, always. Even before we decided to just do business together, you've had me come do a lot of film and stuff like that. So even just before that, it was like it was just the intro, right? Yeah, just we were just talking and stuff and having just a good time and things like that. Then it just went into, hey, come by the office. Let's talk business now. Let's talk partnership.
And let's continue to do
that's
that.
Right, facts, right. You know what I'm saying? Because this right here, guys.
All that's going to do is breed positivity.
Most definitely.
It's going to breed something good.
We're better together.
Yeah.
There's and so I just wanted to just thank you for just allowing to just get my music out there and just supporting on what I had going on, because you could have been like, but you listen to it. Oh yeah, that's radio quality. So I appreciate you for that, and also to the other people that you help in the local artists, like what I'm saying. You've really helped a lot of people to get their music out there. So I appreciate you, because you don't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because most people that do send you stuff is not radio quality.
Yeah, I've talked about this. Number of times, and those times when I get a chance to actually talk to aspiring artists, musicians, what have you, and we really try to have that in-depth conversation. The one thing I always try to share with them is that I've been blessed. I guess I'm supposed to have an ear or whatever, but sometimes what happens is they forget the business end of things, and then the other part is, unfortunately, I know it sounded great to you, and and you liked it, and you say, listen, I said, but when you're offering that opportunity to someone else, you got to be prepared for that truth to come back. And a lot of times they are not. And they don't realize it because they're too close to it.
Right.
But anyway, I don't want to get into that. We'll start. There we go, man.
Listen, I know, and we be like that, y'all. Listen, sometimes it's just crazy when you have friends like that, where you can be in a room of people. Yeah. And the DJ can be playing music, and we can just have this bubble shield. Yeah, where
it's just you and I.
It's just us, and literally it just it's amazing that you can have that with certain people, and I don't take that for granted. No, I don't take that for granted at all. Because I told him, I said when you pass that torch, I definitely want to be the ones to grab it, because I appreciate you for just doing the things you have done in the Shreveport and Bossier area. You have been, like I say, a pillar when it comes to radio, and radio is not dead, y'all. Seriously,
no, not at all.
It's not. And I be telling people all the time, radio is not dead. So even when you're trying to do events in the city, get on the radio.
Let me not to interrupt you. Let me say this to you.
Yes.
All right. So I know we have these new platforms.
Yes.
That the public, they attempt to do whatever they got going on and promote whatever. And I'm not even talking against that.
All right.
But what I would share with them is that they have whatever they're trying to promote. And they go on this platform that everybody's on. The one thing I would remind them is that on that platform, everybody is trying to have a voice. So that's almost like you walking in a crowded room full of people.
Come on.
To get them to notice what you're saying. Facts. Or what you have in your hand or what you're promoting while they're doing and attempting the same thing.
Facts.
The one thing that is still unique about radio is that it's oneness. All right. So you're going to have a unique opportunity to tell someone. Your opportunity won't be cluttered or blurred, watered down.
Come on.
And I'm gonna just leave that right there. Just saying.
Yeah, just saying.
Nothing against the other
Facts.
other brand or the other opportunities. No. And for some, it's been a very unique and successful thing for some.
Yeah.
But not for everybody.
Right.
And you and I both know how many times that, unfortunately, some promoters come in the market with this or that, and then that last week and it's not. Or last 10 days hadn't caught fire, or it almost got where it was supposed to be, or they were hopeful of, but it just didn't get over the top. And then, they come to the radio side of life, and then when we start saying, well, I'll see what I can do, but I only have a limited amount of time, then they think, well, we have attitude because you didn't come to us first. We're saying you should have came and spread it around equally and understood really what you're trying to get that message to be, and those influences that people hear all the time to help you get your word out, versus running into the crowded room.
Come on, right.
Where all of a sudden you're fighting the wolves, so to speak.
Facts, right.
And it's just a thought. It's a mind thing, but it's some realness there.
Yeah, I feel like if you are wanting to promote, I mean, even newspapers not dead because you still have people gotta understand. Yes, we have the new age of things, but you still have people that are still old school. They do a lot of things. They still get their newspaper every morning. They still read. People are still reading. You know what I'm saying? So even like we have the Suns here, we have the Times, like things like that. People are still so. To be honest, I feel like that you need to try to get as much as possible.
Yeah, you need to spread it around.
Spread it around.
You do. It's not just one way.
Right.
At one point in life, not so long ago, yes, radio almost was the only way.
Facts, right.
But we've had to adjust as well and understand that.
Right,
but then as time went on, what we realized was that a lot of businesses went out there and they went to the other avenues, but they weren't getting the results. And so I would ask questions like, so when was the last time, for instance, a car dealership? I said, so you might have your sale on social media or whatever, but when was the last time you had someone actually say, man, I went and test drive car A, B, or C, and you need to go out there and check that car out because it's on point. I think you'll enjoy it, and they got it at a good price. When was the last time? You're like, we hadn't done that in a while. I'm like, well, oops. Kind of thing. And I'm like, it does matter. It does matter.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, we still, it's like we're vibing right now. I mean, what if all we had social media in between us, and the only way we communicate is I pick something, you pick something. That's like we gotta
talk. Yeah, we gotta talk. We gotta talk about it. We have to be relatable. At some point,
we gotta talk about it.
At some point, I have to open up my mouth to hear for you to hear my voice, and then you open your mouth for me to hear your voice. I mean, it has to.
It's gotta happen.
So so y'all
just a thought.
Tap in. Yeah, it's just a thought, but tap in though because. It's the smart thing to do. I feel like it's a smart thing to do as a upcoming person that wants to do have great experience here in the city, because I definitely look up to you because you have done a lot of different type of events and things like that, and they've been successful. No type of fatalities, no casualties, ain't nothing going on crazy. So that's one thing about it too. When you do events, it's definitely for the grown and sexy, because I'm like that too. I love my YNs. I love y'all, but we have different promoters for y'all, and I'm thankful for them to able to handle that type of crowd.
Sure.
But my crowd, I'm up to the more older crowd. You know what I'm saying? That wants to just enjoy themselves but have a great experience. And I feel like too, those are people that has the munions. You know.
Well, they have expendable income.
Yeah,
You
so
know,
they're
they
able
got a few
to
extra dollars in their pocket that they know when they go back to the house, the lights are still going to be on.
Thank you.
And that does matter.
Right, and also too, you're able to have great quality events for them to come to, knowing that they're not fit to stand up on chairs, they're not fit to, you know, this, you know, they see baby daddy, baby not, they fit to fight in front of everybody, not. So you know, it's a lot of things that you know you don't. So that's why I'm at. So seeing a person like you doing that, I definitely want to continue to rub shoulders, and like I say, iron sharpens iron, guys. Get around some people. Stop getting around these fake eagles that are buzzards. They talk a good game. I posted it the other day on my Facebook. Yeah, anytime I post something on my Facebook, it's not personal. I do it for engagements, also too, just to, because you see certain things, and sometimes people don't have a voice. I have that voice to say it. So I was just saying how, you know, people talk a good game, but and then they put out their perception that they got it, but then somebody is able to open up the door and see what really was going on in the back, and it's like, wow, y'all fake the funk, you know what I'm saying? So y'all stop doing that. Just be who you are. Stop it, you know what I'm saying? Stop doing it, because it just is very. It's very aggravating when you get people like me and yourself. We're straightforward. We tell like it is. We're gonna do business right. You know what I'm saying? Business is business. Yes, but also too, I feel like sometimes friends can't do business because y'all continue to be friends at that moment when we need to be doing business.
Oh, that's very much that way.
The decisions that you would think I'm the homie would make. That's not the decision that I'm making as a businessman.
I think at that point,
it's different.
You have to make sure that you guys or ladies, or a combination, that you have that real talk with one another before you even step foot into it, because and accept the fact that my favorite color is blue and yours might be green.
Facts.
But we agree that we're gonna each time understand one another and find a middle ground. And sometimes you might have the hot idea, and it's okay. I don't have to get to shine all the time.
Oh, you speak, bro.
You know,
facts.
In fact, most of the time I'd rather sit in the cut.
Facts, and he does do that.
You got
he does do that, y'all. He does do that, yeah.
You know, because it's not important for me
Facts,
to get in front of people and say, well, I thought this, I made that decision. This world does not work with the word or the letter I.
Come on.
You know, there's only one I.
You talking? Come on.
Only one.
That's him. Yes, sir.
There's only one I.
Yes, sir.
But with that said, I believe that a lot of times the lack of communication, and you know, all money ain't good money.
I heard it.
So I applaud the youngsters that I see that collab together. There's a few groups, guys that are doing some things.
Shout out to Lux and Row.
And that's one. That's the first one came to my mind. I'm so happy for them.
And they even took it from the event.
I've watched a couple of those guys from when they was youngsters.
Wow.
And you know they've collabed, and they
Kaylee and Red. Yes,
they're doing what they're doing. Yeah. And you know, I remember those days.
Come on, right.
I remember being that youngster.
Yeah.
And so I can marvel at it.
Ambition.
And just, but along the way, you know, you just gotta pick and choose your moves wisely, and just go from there. So it's some exciting things happening, I think, or potential things happening in the city. It's some guys, Sylvester, he's done incredibly well with his promotions and that kind of thing, and some others. And forgive me if I'm not recalling your name just right off the top of my head.
Right.
But yeah, it's some good positivity going on, and it needs to continue.
Yeah.
And I'd love to see more collabs, more moments of socializing where everybody's together.
Everybody's together.
And not it be the little clique stuff.
Come on, right? Come on.
I don't think that necessarily does anybody any good, and
it doesn't.
And definitely not us. We still got some ways to go.
Yeah.
And especially also in small town America, that being like a Shreveport. There's so many opportunities that could be created if people are just willing to collab and get together. and not try to outdo one another.
Yeah.
You know, and that kind of thing. But no, it's exciting. I just
friendly
like I said
competition.
Earlier,
I look at it. Friendly, some friendly competition.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yes.
Because then at some point along those lines, the entities need to sit down and talk.
Yeah.
And say, okay, we might be doing something on Tuesday. Maybe we can support you on Thursday or whatever kind of type thing.
I'll bring my crowd. You bring your crowd.
I don't know why that can't happen. But I do understand, you know, everybody, sometimes they think they got to be the king of the hill. And there's something about that with us, you know, and sometimes I watch. I hadn't always been thinking this way because when you're young, you're trying to go from point A to point B. Even in the media business, you know, I'd be lying if I said that, you know, it was very, very important to me to be on top, you know, and the most listened to, and all that. But as some of those things, and thank you, Lord, some of those things came my way, I realized there was other things that were a lot more valuable when it comes to relationships. And those relationships was going to carry me a lot further than those moments, you know, along the way. So, but no, man, I'm really excited for the area and for the market. And, you know, you guys want to get your laugh on, just come on down.
Come on, that's what I was getting to. That's
got some surprises. I'm not able to.
Don't.
We'll talk again.
For sure, yes.
I got some surprises coming for the summer.
Yes, I'm excited.
Something that we've been trying to build toward.
Yes.
Was trying to figure some stuff out along the way, so I kind of sit in the cut for a minute.
Yeah.
You know, as you get older, you learn how to pause.
Come on.
You know?
Yes, sir.
Sometimes you just kind of
gotta pause. Come on.
You know,
Yes,
it's like you got to let the storm kind of go by, so to speak.
Yeah.
You know, you don't get in the midst of it.
Come on, right? Yeah.
But but we got some things planned and that kind of stuff. But like along the way, I'm very excited about that. Radio wise, media wise, I think, and I would invite if you're in business in this town, no matter how big or small, and you want to tell somebody about that business, you need to holler at me.
Yeah, I hear it, because I definitely got to get with you. Because
does that make sense? I mean, I hope
I'm guilty on that.
I said that.
I'm guilty on that because I definitely got to.
You need to holler at me because once again on the collabs, once again on that information.
Yes.
A lot of times I would tell people all the time, you can't tell it. No one can tell your business like you can. So, that's one of the things I want to try to tap into a little bit more. Shout out to Tasha too.
Yeah.
We're doing a little something different on the air. I'm really excited about that. And excited
I love
for her.
I love to hear y'all.
So, that's one thing I've been talking to her about, of just if we're running across business entrepreneurs like yourself. I want to make sure that we give the platform for you to tell your story.
Yeah.
So that's what's up.
Hey, this your brother T Vocal, the host in the building. Culture Connected TV, Music City Podcast is going down, but this weekend I need y'all in the building. All right. He already said he got a couple tickets left. How can they get tickets?
LOL Comedy, Shreveport.com, and we'll more than likely set something up at the door.
Okay. So there's an option. Yeah. So if you're not,
but just they got to come on time. They can't come.
You hear me? Come on.
Yeah, they can't come. They can't come like an hour before the show's over and think they just. You know how they go.
Come on, and think they gonna get it. No, first of all, I think they gonna get a front row seat.
I love us.
You hear me?
That's what I say, boy.
They try to get their
have attitude.
You hear me? Listen, I give you $30 more if you switch their name and put them over there. No, they know how to go over there and laugh out loud. Comedy club. We doing business right, so I need y'all there this weekend. Kerwin Claiborne, y'all know what time. If you don't know him, Google him.
Yeah, look him up.
Look him up. Yeah. Dude is funny, man. When I tell you funny, he does a great job. I can't wait to interview him when he comes back because it's been a long time coming. Also, too, hopefully I can be able to get him here on the set. That'll be dope to do. But continue to do what you do, Quinn. Hey, It's been a long time coming. We've been trying to do this. And I kind of like this, bro.
I do too, man.
I do. I really do. More. Yeah, we need to do this more.
We need to chop it up about
I like
a whole
this.
bunch of stuff.
A lot of stuff. Yeah. So y'all stay tuned. Stay tuned. We might not do a Facebook Live. We might do it where it's pre-recorded and stuff like this, so we can really do it and do it really big, because we probably can shop it. So you just never know. you feel me? So hey, this is your brother. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. I need y'all to follow Quinn Echols right now. Follow the radio station. See what they got going on. You know what I'm saying? Because there's some great things that's going to happen for Laugh Out Loud Comedy Club. Man, I'm telling y'all, watch out. Shreveport is going down. So much love to y'all. We up out of here. Anything else you want to say, bro?
Oh, I'm good, man.
We out of here. Quinn Echols in the building. Yes, sir.